Hello, everybody. I'm here with Chemistry Cat. Why do they call helium, curium, and barium the medical elements? Because if you can't heal them or cure them, you bury them. So I hope you have accessed your notes, 12.1 pressure unit conversions, and I hope you have your calculator because we are going to do some dimensional analysis. So there are several pressure equivalents. 1 ATM stands for 1 atmosphere. That is equal to 101.3 kPa, which represents kilopascals. 760 mmHg is millimeters of mercury, which has to do with how high a column of mercury can go up a glass tube with little millimeter graduations on it at sea level with the air pressure pushing down on it. 760 torr, which stands for torricellis, which is equivalent to 14.7 psi, which stands for pounds per square inch. So all of these pressures are equivalent to each other, and they are standard pressures at sea level, which means that at sea level you'd have 1 atmosphere of pressure pushing on you from all directions, or 101.3 kilopascals pushing on you, 760 millimeters of mercury, 760 torr, and 14.7 pounds per square inch of pressure pushing on you in all directions at sea level. So we are just simply going to convert from one pressure unit to another using dimensional analysis. So here we have the pressure of a car tire measured at 43.0 psi. So we always start with the amount that we are given, and we need to convert it to atmospheres. So we put 43.0 psi multiplied by the unit that we want to go to is ATM. And what number goes with ATM when we're doing these conversions? 1. Okay, 1 always goes with ATM. And what number is going to go with PSI when we do our division? 14.7 goes with PSI. Down on the bottom, 14.7 psi. And so pounds per square inch divided by the unit pounds per square inch cancels away. You take 43.0 times 1 divided by 14.7, and that comes out to be 2.93 ATM. So here we've shown our work with units, and here is our answer with proper units. So for the next example, we've got our 43.0 psi and we want to convert it to kilopascals. So I need to get the PSI unit to cancel off, and I'm converting to kPa, and we need numbers to go with the kPa unit and the PSI unit, and they have to be equal to each other. So if we come back up here, 101.3 goes with kPa, 14.7 goes with the PSI, And what are the units that cancel and go away? PSI, which is in the numerator position, cancels off with the PSI unit that is in the denominator position. We're left with kPa, which is our desired unit. And now you need your calculator. 43.0 times 101.3 divided by 14.7 is 296. If we want to maintain three significant digits, like we originally have three significant digits in our given. Okay, so this is what we're after. Here's our answer. So we start with our 43.0 kPa. Oops, I'm sorry, PSI. We need to convert to millimeters of mercury. So mmHg goes on top. PSI goes on the bottom. So the units will cancel. And we need number to go here with millimeter of mercury, a number to go with PSI. So 760 goes with millimeters of mercury, and the 14.7 goes with the PSI. Our PSI units will cancel. 43.0 times 760 divided by 14.7 is 2,223. And we need to put our unit, millimeter of mercury. Okay, so this is how we do our dimensional analysis, converting from one unit to another. And there are several units for pressure, standard pressures. So you may want to pause the video right now, work out the next example, and then come back to the video and see if you've worked them out correctly. Okay, so how's it going so far? Okay, so for our example in number 2, we've got 752.6 millimeters of mercury, which is a little bit below standard atmospheric pressure. in millimeters of mercury, and we'd like to convert it to atmospheres. And when we set up our problem by dimensional analysis, we start off with the given. We go to the unit that we're interested in. The number 1 goes with ATM, 760 millimeters of mercury go on the bottom, so the units will cancel. Put this into your calculator and you get 0.9903 atmospheres, maintaining 4 significant digits, just like what was originally given in our problem. Now, I'm not going to be too picky about significant digits. In case you were interested, that's how you would want to work those out. Okay, so for number 2, B, start off with the original given, 752.6 millimeters of mercury. You need to put millimeter of mercury on the bottom to get the units to cancel. Kilopascals on top. The numbers that go with each of these come from our standard pressures up here. So the 760 goes with the millimeter of mercury. The 101.3 goes with the kilopascals. Put this into your calculator and you get 100.3 kPa. And for our last problem, again, we start off with our original 752.6 millimeter of mercury. We are going to go to PSI. That unit goes on the top. The unit that we want to cancel goes on the bottom. And we need some numbers to go with each. 14.7 goes with the PSI. 760 goes with the millimeter of mercury. Those units cancel. We're left with our desired unit of PSI. And we just need to put this into our calculator. Okay, so 752.6 times 14.7 divided by 760 comes out to be 14.56 if we are maintaining those same 4 significant digits. Okay, so make sure you show your work by dimensional analysis. Put units with your work. Don't forget to answer with proper units in your worksheet and in your notes. Don't forget, I have office hours if you need help. Have a good day, everybody.